Numbers are getting goosed.
Okay, so we're goosing the primal numbers.
Tell people we're watching this Steamboat Willie while we're goosing the numbers and while we're reading the primal
And
script.
of course, as we read primal, we have to be. Well, we're going to read We're going to read some of the first 4 scenes of first 4.
Why stop there?
Well, why stop? Well, because we only have the hours that we have,
Okay,
and we have to get on to other. We have to get to the arts, and
There's 58 scenes.
there's 58 scenes in total, but we'll come back to what not what the fact man said, but what the Primal
script said.
not Primal 2. We can only wish. In fact, I think that for the Horizon
Zero Dawn.
Horizon Zero Dawn and Forbidden West series is kind of like a
That's true.
successor to, not just because it has a female protagonist, of course.
Dinosaurs.
Okay, so scene 1, Lewis is taken, and Lewis and his band are playing at a club when he becomes unnerved by a strange figure in his crowd. And of course, Lewis is
it's already pretty interesting.
Is Jen's boyfriend. So this is already interesting.
And who am I?
And I will be reading the part of Jen from Primal, and Alan, of course, will be reading the part of Scree, the gargoyle sidekick from Primal on the PlayStation 2.
Let me just try to get a voice for Scree.
So I'm Jen.
Got it.
Alan is Scree.
Okay, but there's a lot of other characters.
Right, and there's a lot of other characters, and there's some more stage direction here.
Okay. I'll just.
Scene 1, Lewis is taken. Lewis and his band are playing at a club when he becomes unnerved by a strange figure in the crowd. Lewis and his band are playing on stage when after they finish, and that was repeated twice. And thank you, by the way, to the creator of this fact, Babigur, Babigur 194. Go ahead and plug those characters into the Steam Key redeeming window and see if anything comes up, because I wouldn't be surprised if there was some sort of the old mysticism at play there.
Am I Lewis?
After Lewis's band finishes playing, Lewis retreats backstage where he splashes water on his face and stares at himself in the mirror.
Okay.
A mysterious, I'll do the mysterious voice too, as well as Jen, and then Alan, of course, you are Scree. I'm also going to do the mysterious voice.
Got it.
Which says, "Say, mister, you one of them badass rock stars?"
Whoa.
And then Lewis says, "Oh, Jen, you scared the crap out of me." And then Jen, that's me,
Right.
says, "Sorry, babe.
Do
Hey,
voices.
Lewis.
Do the voices.
What's up?" Okay, so
I like it when you do the voices.
How would Jen? The voice of Jen. She had a voice, of course, in Primal, but I don't want to. I'll make her my own. So I'll give her kind of like a Kennedy kind of thing.
Okay.
Sorry, babe. Sorry, babe. Sorry, babe.
Sorry, you mean like John?
Hey.
Like the Kennedy?
Hey, Lewis. Like Jack Kennedy.
That's more
Hey, Lewis. What's up?
That's more like a why.
Why?
Sorry,
hey,
babe.
Lewis. There's this. Lewis says, "Hey, there was this huge freak in the crowd staring at me like some whacked out psycho."
That's awesome.
There's a lot of Lewis, and actually, let's go ahead and just skip to scene 2, which is in the hospital, where Jen has been taken to the hospital. She will meet someone who will change her life.
This sounds really interesting. I'm quite engaged with this
All
script.
right, and Jen's in the hospital. She thinks she's dead. She's not dead. She wakes up. She sees a strange figure in the corner.
Is it Scree?
And it's Scree. Huh? What the hell are you? I thought I was a bit short for the Grim Reaper, aren't you?
I don't see Scree's.
Oh, that's great. Great shot of the Green Reaper, aren't you?
What page are you on?
This is a page. The
no
pages
page
don't
numbers.
have numbers, but this is scene 2, the hospital, about halfway down the strange, and you read the strange figure line.
Oh, strange figure.
You can assume it's going to be Scree
from
from Primal.
Can we get a picture of Scree up for a minute, please? Oh yeah, you're not dead yet, Jennifer. I think he'd sound like that. But if you don't be quiet and listen to me, you'll soon be dead. My name is, well, let's just say you can call me Scree. That's great. I've been sent to find you, to show you some very important things, and to enlist your assistance.
Right, well, Scree, glad I'm not dead, but first you'd better explain to me how come I'm looking down on myself. She is creeping me out. She's creeping me out. She's creeping me out.
Your corporeal form, the one still lying there, is very weak. And maybe fans in the chat, if they are animators, they could animate that.
Absolutely. Maybe if you can imagine, if you just use your imagination, the
Imagine
mouth's
the mouth is
moving. We're
moving.
in a hospital room, and these are obviously stock photos of the characters from Primal that we have to use.
But imagine the mouths are moving.
But imagine.
That's that is only part of you. The other part, your spirit, that's you. This is like that religion you were talking to me about.
Zoroastrianism.
This is like Zoroastrianism. I set it free from your body so we could talk. In fact, now that it is free, you'll find you can travel to places you never imagined.
Right. So, like, I'm right, and it's kind of like what? Right.
You're doing Kennedy?
Read.
You think
Read.
just say like
Read.
I am a
Right.
They'd be like
Right. So I'm like an astral projection or something.
That's Australian. Essentially, can you put the Scree? Can you put up the
Oh
Scree?
yes, Scree. Alan is Scree.
Essentially, yes. This is great.
So what does that make? So what does that make you? So what does that make you?
I am but a humble servant to Milady, and to you, I'm a friend, someone you need to trust. Now, quickly, you must come with me. We're both vulnerable here.
Okay, only because only because
I'm intrigued. You want me to go?
I've
never been
an astral projection before.
There you go. Okay, Jennifer.
What the hell? Oh my God! What just happened? Where are we?
Questions. It's hard to do. It's hard to do voice. Questions. We're no longer in where? Mortalis. We've stepped through a rift gate into the Nexus. This is so cool.
Still. Huh. Wait, kind of like a French accent, maybe? Kind of like
Try it.
Like Jacques de Deux.
Oh, yes. That sounds better.
Still, who?
That's much better. Go with it.
Okay.
As I said earlier, should I change my voice?
Yeah, I think so.
Maybe like a, hey. Oh, that's going to be hard. As I said earlier, your spirit is no longer constrained by flesh. You have left the physical, mortal realm and now stand in the Nexus. I don't like that voice. I'm going to go back to the old one. Convergence point for energies drawn from the four realms of Oblivion. Is this an Oblivion game?
This is not, of course, the Oblivion of the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. This is, in fact, a separate. It's just you can use the word Oblivion and apply it to any sort of ethereal
it's just a
sort
word.
Of place, any kind of a
word. There's no legalities around the word.
Involved here. Elder Scrolls Oblivion had not come out yet. There had been
There's
a number
no
of games
legalities.
used Oblivion in the I think.
You can say Oblivion. You can show anything. You can show anything on Twitch now.
Anyways, if you're just joining us, we're reading directly from breaking news. We're reading from the dialogue script for Primal from Primal, from the classic action adventure game that allowed you to transform into different beings in different settings, in different times and places, and have those beings be sort of related. So if you can imagine, you were you got to be you're played as Jen. Of course, Jen. I'm playing as Jen in the
Robby
script.
is Jen,
and Alan is
Scree,
and Alan is, and Scree is. So Jen would go to let's say like 18th century France, which is why I was doing the French accent.
Right. Oh, that makes more sense.
And she would dress up as if she was a courtesan.
Croissant?
Type of a woman who goes to a big party just with the expectations that she would be bartered with by those in power. But she's also, I think, a vampire.
Vampire. Sound off in the chat if anyone else is doing this, if you're scrolling through Twitch, if anyone else is doing this, and if they're not doing this, tell them they don't have to do it because we're doing it.
Okay. So, questions. Okay, and then
questions. Okay, go.
Sounds like Jacques Deleuze. Croissant. Sounds like one of Lewis's fantasy novels.
It sounds like one of Lewis's.
Sounds like Lewis. That's Jen.
Jen. Oh yes.
Lewis's fantasy novel of C.S. Lewis, or perhaps the other one, Lewis Carroll.
I think Lewis is a character in the game.
Oh.
This is real, Jennifer. I know you mortals think that you are at the heart of everything, but believe me, you're not. Now, please try to absorb all of this quickly. There's really no time to waste. I don't know if I love the voice.
Okay. I'm trying. Okay, just one thing though. No matter where we are, you got to stop calling me Jennifer. You sound like my stepdad, stepfather, stepdad. It's stepdad in the script. It's Jen. And then Scree points to two metal objects floating in a bowl of fire.
Scree, I am giving you these. This is probably like a power up in the game. These are devices, or like a weapon. These are devices that are to help you learn your true self.
And if you're picturing what Scree is handing Jen, of course they are these. They're sort of gauntlets with long claws on them.
Like Wolverine claws?
No, it's more like a Vega from Street Fighter 2.
Isn't that similar to
Go
Wolverine claws? If my lady is correct, they may afford us some protection. Back to you, Jen.
Patty. What am I supposed to do with these?
I want to change. Oh, it's a Van Brace.
Van Brace.
Van Brace.
We all, of course, this is breaking news. Van Brace is, in fact, the name of those gauntlets.
Wow.
It's called a Van Brace.
Oh, okay.
Which, if you recall, from many eons ago, when we had a previous show called Electronic Game Information, we did a whole segment on the Van Brace.
Oh, that's what that was. Okay.
But it was
coming together.
Back then. It was like a horror RPG.
So this is kind of the enjoyment you'd get if you were a long-time viewer. It's kind of a very long. This is kind of the joke was set up maybe 4 or 5 years ago, and now we're hitting the punchline. It's a Van Brace. They fasten around your wrists. Please, it's important that you trust me and just put it on.
I just jumped out of my skin, left my body in some hospital. I built my body in some hospital, dragged through a rift gate.
Rift gate.
And I'm in oblivion. Van Brace, not a problem.
Precisely.
And with that, we have come to the end of what the dialogue script from Primal said.
I like this new segment.
So, Alan, are you excited to see where the journey of Jen and Scree is going to take us in future?
This is one of the most exciting things that's happened on EGI 2 this year, and it's a long script. This is only the first 2 scenes.
This is the first 4 scenes.
Well, okay, but there's 58.
And we had to skip 2 scenes because I mistakenly did not have. We don't have enough people in studio to cast as the drunk guy from outside the club, the guards,
right,
the hospital staff. There's 2 doctors. There's 3 doctors, but only 2 have lines.
There's 58 scenes in total, so I'm very excited to see where this goes. Just any sort of the human brain is conditioned to be drawn to narrative and storytelling since the beginning of time. We've told stories, and this is another just kind of wonderful story. It's a video game story, but
it's not just
literature.
You can't have a video game story without the dialogue scripts. The voice actors or unless it doesn't have dialogue or voice actors.